spell it wrong and you hear it both ways.
Wing, 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 this is the police.
Gila Abila. What?
Nestle?
What? Say that kill me.
Had a whole conversation about someone just dicked us.
I don't know. My hands.
Heard it both ways.
What?
They lost me with that one.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Test.
Test.
Testicles.
Test.
Oh, no, it's supposed to be test.
Test.
Tickles.
Testy tickles. Wait, what's the name of that song by Aerosmith? Is it Aerosmith? I can close my eyes. From Armageddon.
Yeah,
what's the song?
Fall asleep cause I miss you, baby.
And I don't wanna miss a thing.
Even when I close my eyes.
Dream of you.
Even whenever.
Cause even when I dream of you. Sweetest dreams on.
Wow, look at me like that.
Because you both said the wrong thing.
And I don't wanna miss a thing.
I don't wanna close my eyes. I don't wanna fall asleep
Cause I miss you, babe. And I don't wanna miss a thing.
Even when I dream of you.
You know the part that keeps running in my head, going in my head, is the part where
So bad.
Put in my mouth.
Oh, yeah, okay.
is the part where he has the animal cracker, the little
Oh, yeah.
and he's like on her stomach.
Yeah, it was so cute.
We're just in a frolicking in a field with an animal. You gotta leave that in. You gotta put that in there.
How about them putting a train on the moon?
Choo-choo.
Putting a chugga.
Hit me with them, dude.
Northrop Grumman got the contract to build railroad tracks on the moon.
But like for what?
For anything, transportation, material hauling, but it was just like
Space.
So
I
North-
heard that they were gonna do a space station. Like they were planning on going to.
Like a base.
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean like step one, like
Build
people
the tracks.
came to America, like all right, how do we get around
Yeah.
long term?
Well,
Let's
that's
build
The
some
first
tracks,
thing that
yeah.
they put on the
That's
here.
what's weird. A lot of towns got built through the railroad when they would set up kind of an area to get lumber to lay ties, and as the steel, or I think it's steel, the tracks, as they were laying it, they would kind of set up like a camp. And then after so many miles, they'd set up another camp. And that's how you got a lot of your small towns in a lot of different areas. You're going to have moon towns. But so I'm going to say it wrong.
Norfolk.
No,
But
that's a regular train company.
Northrop.
Northrop.
What?
Grumman.
Gremlins?
Yeah, Northrop Grumman.
Gremlins.
They're teaming up with
Gremlins.
like the space or who?
Gremlins.
Do you know?
I don't know the name of that company.
CSX. I heard
No.
it. No.
Northrop Grumman, and is it another private company or is it the U.S. government?
It's probably the aliens.
Or they're using it. Yeah, teaming up with the aliens.
I just
to
don't know.
build a space-
What do you think the purpose of that would be?
He just said it.
Well, I mean, I know. Other than that, I just don't. I thought after all of the space exploration that we've done on the moon, that it was proven to be like not worth it. Like,
All
what are
the
you gonna
space
get out of it? There's nothing.
Well,
there's nothing to get unless there's a mineral we don't even know about, which
Which is possible.
I believe that. But even then, what are you gonna do? You're gonna screw the moon up, and then what? If it's even real, it's a hard one for me to understand that the moon is fake. I don't get that.
It can never be fake. You want to know why? Because my grandmother was a child. She's seen the moon. There was no crazy technology back then. Let's just think about
Tell me more about your grandmother being a child.
My grandmother.
So
she
what I'm
was a
just
child.
saying, like our prior
Yours was
generation, there was a moon. They saw a moon, and then when they were kids, and their mom and their
Yeah,
dad
you're
saw-
saying like ancient history wise.
no 100 years from now. I mean 100 years back
yeah,
then.
from now.
no, but they did say at some point.
My mom's mom.
They don't talk about a moon. Do you have proof of that though? Do you have something to back that up on?
I would have to look it up. I actually think I heard it on Ninjas or Butterflies, but
There's no like
that somebody
recorded.
that there was ancient like things saying like no mention of any kind of moon in the sky.
I thought there was.
Native Indians used
Yeah.
to pray to the moon. Cuckoo Cuckoo got screwed. They used to,
But I'm saying like there was some like
What?
I don't know,
Wanna
X
run that
amount of
by
years
me
ago
again?
that there was no mention of any kind of moon. There was the sun, the star, and different things, but no mention of the moon.
air.
Yeah.
But you know how they said that Elon was trying to get to Mars?
Mm-hmm.
Hypothetically, what if the moon was just a stop that you made?
Now that makes a lot of sense. And if they're talking about Northrop
That's
Grumman
some
partnering up with,
hippopotamus thinking right there.
yeah, what?
Hippopotamus thinking.
He said it even more, like it
That's a
made more
classic
sense.
double down day.
Instead of
I said hippopotamus thinking, bitch. Come at me with your beats, some bitch.
facts. Instead of no, I can't even say it.
I don't know what you're trying to say. What do you?
This is what happens when I purposely do it and I can't think of the word.
What is it?
It's critical thinking, but it's another word for it.
know what you do. You're right. That's exactly what it is.
It's critical thinking, but I wanted to say
We know what it is. Say it. Fancy feast. Bring me off base.
Hippo.
no.
Hippopotamus thinking.
It's hippopotamus thinking. It's
Hypothetical?
Damn it,
no.
Amanda.
I was gonna think of. I was thinking of something else, like hyper.
Active?
That doesn't make sense
No,
either.
it was probably that.
It was
Hypothetical.
It was
Yeah,
probably
hypothetical thinking.
That
should-
was-
But I was thinking of
He told me what he
Hippo-
said. It.
Hippo-
Hypocritical.
No.
That's
Yeah,
not it.
no, it's
Hypocritical
It's still the
means
same
like
word.
you
Hypothetical.
That means
say
like-
something.
Yeah,
is
freaking
wrong.
people who drink fucking blue water bottles. Ew.
Yeah, I like
Hypocritical.
hypocritical. Yeah.
Example.
Yeah. I meant.
Hypothetical.
Yeah, I meant hypothetical. But I wanted to say hypocritical. I mean, I wanted to say
Hippopotamus thinking.
hippopotamus thinking.
Hypocriticalist
God,
thinking.
yeah.
Hippocriticalist.
Hippocatalyst.
Hypocatalyst.
I want to hit you with something. So,
Here we go.
anybody out there listening, if you haven't
God.
gotten your taxes after you
We're sorry.
verify yourself, and you have to wait 180 days after your verification, just remember,
You're not the only one.
you're not the only one. And they
God
just
is with you.
gave $50 billion to
Ukraine.
And just remember, they said $400+ million was fraudulent.
For
So
the IRS.
This kind of ties into
and
the,
they said
to
that
the
the
train
IRS.
moon.
Hold on. They said that the IRS
Moon
ran
train?
out of money.
Yeah.
supposedly.
Yeah, but I tried to find something on that and I couldn't find that.
I did.
That they ran out
They
of money.
said it.
They said 400 and something million dollars was
Unaccountable or
no, it was
hacked. Like they were scammed out of.
There
that
was
money.
people hacked, but I think they said they stopped it.
No,
people were
it's-
stealing their identification. and they were
Right. It was like a
taking-
mass hack.
which
they were
is
taking their
crazy
money.
because it's
I don't know. They can't pay
Wake
us,
up.
but they can pay Ukraine.
But that does kind
And
of
they
tie
can
back into
build
what his thing,
a
the
train on
moon
the
train.
moon.
Yep.
But it's hard because I go back and forth, right? Kind of like what you said. That was a really good idea. If they were building some sort of train station on the moon, and Elon was trying to get to Mars, makes sense that you had a stopping point
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
to keep going, right?
We
and as a
feel-
people, right, just like here and everywhere else, you got if you're trying to get somewhere, you gotta do it.
You just gotta go there.
Do it.
like Nike.
Right. So there's part of me that says, okay, yeah, you might think it's a waste of money to try to invest in doing something like that, and it might seem stupid to you to build a train on the moon when you got all this other stuff going on. But if you're trying to do something as a people, then it's not completely a waste. It seems far fetched to us, but obviously, if it can be done, then that's totally different. But I also think that it is stupid to do that when you're sending money to stupid reasons, like a war that doesn't involve us. You know what I mean? Like that's stupid.
But also, when it comes to like accounting in the business, X amount of money is already reserved for this. X amount of money is reserved for this. X amount of money is reserved for this. So they probably have their own.
They're laundering money.
No,
Through
well, I'm
Ukraine.
saying. Well, yes, yeah, that's different.
There's too much fluff that's in the government, money being spent for ridiculous salaries and committees. And like when Trump was reading off the COVID relief fund, when everybody got the stimulus check and he was reading off all the dumb stuff that was getting funding, you're like, well, if that's what's in this bill, what the hell gets funded regularly?
And how like when the hurricanes came through and like didn't they say FEMA ran out of money?
Yeah, we have enough money to get through the hurricane season. 2 weeks later, we're running out of money. It's like,
The
what?
IRS we
North
ran out of money.
Carolina and Asheville, right?
That's crazy.
Destroyed $50 billion to Ukraine, but we still haven't helped
Right.
them yet.
Yeah.
You got
That's where it's
cities
like
that are just Done.
Yep. 50
How does
billion.
that make sense?
Rivers where there was not rivers. You're like, what the heck?
50 billion.
That's wild. And Hawaii. Nobody really talks about Hawaii anymore.
Billion.
Does anybody even know what the status of Hawaii even is? It got like, that's crazy.
Burnt. But 50 billion.
And I think, you know what I
To
think?
Ukraine.
I think that there's weird drones flying over stuff. It's just a distraction from all the bull crap. It's crazy.
That can be another thing, and that
so
they're doing it
we
for.
can forget about the 50
Oh, let's tell them about our moon train. That'll keep them all pissed. I really think that they do stuff like that. They probably are planning that. And it's like, well, we're stealing their money, so we can't let them think about it too much.
Okay, you know what makes me upset? It's like if you have a kid, and your kid is
a spoiled
hungry.
little shit.
No,
Oh, sorry.
no. Your kid is hungry.
He goes hard.
Spoiled as shit.
He's spoiled as shit.
No.
Your
It's
kid's
Zizinski.
over here snacking on Skittles and peeing on your couch.
Yeah. Well,
his ass.
don't
I
eat
don't know.
Skittles because those are really bad for you.
Yeah, they got yellow 40.
What? Red 40
They got red 40 and,
and
yellow.
yellow
And
30.
Blue 42.
Yeah.
Where did that come from? Why does everybody know Blue 42? Where's that
I
from?
don't know.
It's from
Football.
Yeah.
I don't worry, I got this one. Football.
I got it.
I got it. Football.
Eat foosball.
Let me get this one.
I got it. Soccer.
Oh.
Football.
Football.
Talk, monkey, talk. Oh, that makes sense.
Hey, Eric, get
Sasquatch sunset.
Got him.
watch it.
Folded like a freaking
Witness
it. Boom, God, team.
I guess I'm not going to finish what I was saying.
Oh, shit.
Every time.
nervous.
Every time.
He likes to move stuff.
He can't reach it.
I can read
Oh,
it.
nice.
So, man, tell me about your deets.
Noise.
No, I was just saying.
What did
about
you do to your microphone?
All right, I'm done.
No.
I'm done.
But time out. Somebody else asked her. What the hell was that?
Disgusting.
What was that, dude?
Stay over there.
I don't have any other water bottles.
You really need water?
No, he's got that.
That's cold. All right, go ahead. What were you saying?
Yeah. What were you saying?
Pretzel got stuck in my throat.
All right, go ahead.
Got
What are you
stuck
saying?
in my
Man?
login. My login.
Stop giving me that angry face. Stop eating the fucking.
I didn't
Put him
even
down.
eat
Put him down. You got pretzel dust in your mouth.
Go ahead.
win.
Go ahead.
So, in fact,
No, go ahead.
It's in his
No.
throat still.
Go ahead.
no.
Go ahead.
No.
Do it.
I'm fighting.
Cough it. No. Just, I'd rather you not. Was that a sneeze?
Oh.
Is that not a water bottle up there?
Yeah, but it's old. Hey,
Yeah,
what-
drink it. It's just water.
It's just what were you saying earlier?
It has no air in there. It's weird.
Got it.
Last night,
No.
I felt I was at an all high of snoring.
It was not any different than any other night.
No, but last night I felt the power of my snore.
Yeah.
Last night. It was like the night before.
No, but yeah. You know why? 'Cause when I wake up with dry mouth, I know I was going in. That means my mouth was like, I was talking
You
like
should
that.
be
I don't know what
sleeping
I
on the
said to you.
couch. The door's shut.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, he's keeping me up.
We turned on the TV and
Crazy.
trying to turn it up.
She puts on like a peaceful meditation, 400 something hertz. So this is all I hear.
I said, bet. I ain't going anywhere.
I'm like,
I ain't leaving.
I'm like, okay, so now I just hear this annoying noise and him snoring. This is not working. And she
But then
goes out
I'm
there.
frustrated because I have this loud ass noise and I have Davis snoring really loud and then I have him complaining. So I'm getting the shit end of all of it.
Yeah. And she
I was
goes
trying to
out
sleep
there.
through it.
She goes out there.
I smacked his arm.
Wake up. You're loud.
I was like, oh.
He goes, I hear him go, I'm sorry.
No, I don't even think he was even awake that much. He was like, oh.
Dude, sometimes he'll wake up and make that noise. I hear
Actually, I'm like, you're getting some serious cotton mouth.
dude.
That was close.
No, but seriously.
We can go. I've been
Calm
getting
down.
some serious and then cut it right where it says.
Making some serious
I'm getting some real.
Just bleep it.
Come on. That's
Yeah,
like
his mom only
cotton.
watches it. It's fine.
Cotton. Like, little cotton balls?
Cacking.
Yeah.
No.
Cocking me up.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna know.
Yeah, we're gonna know, dude.
All right, everybody quiet. Shh.
I love you. I love you too. I was talking to you. I love you.
He tried to get his hair. Speaking of iridocyclitis, I heard you hit some bugs.
Isn't that cancerous?
Just need to turn it that way. 'Cause he's still
to the
talking,
butt
he's still
end of
talking
it.
into it.
It
Yeah,
was
talking
me.
talking
It
along
was
part.
me or you that talked into the butt end of a microphone. The office.
What? Yeah, no. You keep talking.
He's had to get off.
He made the pizza and he handed it.
If you could try and describe what you think causes, in one word, what causes the events that happen in the Bermuda Triangle, what do you think it would? What do you think it is? And it's not a trick question.
No, I'm just
Like unexplained, paranormal, natural phenomena.
but I have a question. How far does this go?
What do you mean how far?
Like historically.
In that big triangle.
Yeah, historically, like how do we know about the triangle from, like, I say in the past 50 years it's been recorded things missing, or is this like historical that things been missing?
I think it's a
hundreds
lot
of
longer
years?
than
Yeah,
that.
for a
They
really
got it
long time.
documented, like, okay, this thing's been happening, like,
A long time.
More than 100 years
since
ago.
there's been boats on the water
oh, okay.
traveling, it's been a known issue area.
It could be like a magnetic pole thing where, like, the compass is off, or like, the planes are trying to fly and somehow they get misdirection from north, east, south,
But they disappear altogether.
and they.
But it's not just planes.
No, I'm saying everything.
It's not just planes, boats.
It could just
anything.
be like a compass issue there where things get out of whack, and then
It's like a magnetic field thing.
I think that makes
So
'cause there's
magnets.
I mean, I don't know where he's going with his question, but
No,
I
it's
was
fine.
thinking
No,
the
no,
same
yeah.
thing.
Was it just for David?
magnets? No, just I was going
Electrical
going in
field,
first.
frequency,
I
something.
think it's
that-
like a frequency or something that opens up maybe another dimension.
oh, I didn't know about that, but
I'm just saying.
I think it might be something that is along the lines of what he actually thought, like some electromagnetic field thing, something that interferes with some sort of instrument clusters or whatever. So then you get people who are trying to stay on course, and they end up going in a big ass circle, so
Yeah,
they
but
run
they-
out of gas or something. That's just what I think, because other people have made it through. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I've never seen any plane, like, if you look on the map where planes
Goes through
travel, you see them all over the Atlantic.
Yeah, but
It's a very small.
it's a very.
It's from us to
So,
the
like-
Bermuda Islands to Cuba, right?
Okay, what's the
Is it Cuba or Puerto Rico? I don't know.
Well, that's pretty big.
It's huge.
So then, yeah,
Well, not as huge as you would like. It's
Edge.
what I'm saying, it's big enough that a plane wouldn't go over it, and it, you know what I'm saying? It's not small enough that a plane can avoid it. It's too big for a plane.
Yeah.
It's too big
Well, they
for a
can-
plane to avoid it,
Yeah.
and it's
Okay.
not small enough
Whatever.
for a plane not to avoid it.
I think it's you can go around it,
Yeah.
I don't know.
but cruise ships do go through it,
Do they?
near it, around, like on
Do
the
they?
borders of it.
I don't know.
Oh, I think-
I'm not
You
sure,
know
but I
what?
know what the Bermuda Triangle is, and I know that spooky stuff happens.
Give
Was
me
this
the-
a question for him or for us? Everybody.
Yeah. Give me the deets. Give me the deets. I really want.
Okay. So I think everybody's along the same lines, on the same page.
Magnets. Okay.
Well, frequency,
I think
something that
Frequencies,
interferes.
magnets, something that interferes
For
with
them to disappear altogether, I feel like it goes into some other.
She's the only one that thinks it's deeper, interdimensional.
You know what it is?
Water.
Air.
Air.
Come again?
Air.
That makes
Causes
sense.
the boats to disappear and causes planes to lose control.
no air.
Air.
Like the density? What about
Wind,
it?
like wind.
Yeah, so different winds, airs, the way they converge in that area, it's
Knocks stuff off course.
knocks stuff off course, throws people off. As far as the boats go, there's a lot of natural
Current?
gas
Oh.
that occurs underneath on the ocean floor, and it'll generate a bubble. And on the ocean floor, that bubble's that big, and when it reaches the top, it's 300 times the size. And if a ship is crossing over top of it, and that bubble goes boop, the ship falls in, and it
Oh, really?
collapses on top of it.
That's
They've
scary.
proven
And there's
that?
That's scary.
So
I've always
Let
been
me- let- hold
I've
on.
always been scared of rogue waves
Air.
happening, but this is just freaking sinkholes in the
pockets.
ocean.
so wait a minute. You're telling me Earth farts are
That's what
swallowing?
you went.
That's what you did.
That's what I was like. Air. She goes.
Yeah.
Can you imagine like
Air pockets.
Yeah, how do you run
In
from
the
it? How do you
ocean.
hide? How do you?
Is there a way-
Everything's perfectly fine, and you're do.
I mean, yeah.
And everyone's like do.
how does that even work though?
How does what work?
Because the air would come.
Yeah. So as
I don't
it's at
get
the
that.
bottom, what do you
It's
mean?
like a bubble when it pops.
It's like you take a balloon and you fill it with air, and you take it to the bottom of the pool, and it will shrink down. So it's the exact opposite. If a bubble comes out, a gaseous bubble at the bottom of the ocean, and as it gets up, it starts expanding the air.
Think about how big that pop is with all that water.
Some of it can get
So
big
like
enough
as it pops, they just fill in the void,
the
and
water-
then
Yeah,
the water
it's
comes
just,
in
it's
over
just
top.
this empty void, and then it reaches the top,
Okay.
and it's just this open hole. And if there's a
I
ship
believe
crossing
it.
over it,
I can see it.
the ship just goes in there, and then the wall collapse on it, and there's no.
Is that a mother-looking bubble?
Is that a muddle looking
Oh, not a motherfucking bubble.
Yeah, I didn't want to say. Yeah, my mom was watching that.
Earth farts swallowing the ships.
That's.
But what
gay.
about how?
Air.
So,
so
are they,
why have
that's
they
the
never said that before?
yeah.
Well,
Why?
What do you mean? How they never said that?
Well, I've
I
never
guess
heard
I never
that.
really looked into it.
It's just it's just something. How do you look for that? How do?
But that's not the stuff that I've seen. Like one guy who's had numerous experiences with issues of like things failing, engine failure with a plane in the Bermuda Triangle. I don't understand that air is going to do that.
So if you put your airplane into a really hard storm, you're now stressing out an aircraft.
But it doesn't do that. It doesn't act like that.
Doesn't act like what?
There's not a lot of violent turbulence or anything like that. Like this dude was just going through, and he's like, I've always had problems, and he's had his plane just was checked out by more than one mechanic. They took it up, tested it, lost an engine. Engine just failed. It wasn't violently shaking. Nothing was happening. There's no storm.
Well, no,
it
it doesn't have to
failed.
be. It doesn't have to be. Nothing has to be violent. Like if you go into an area that is extremely, like if you go in and you're flying normal and there's no air, and you get into that area where all the crosswinds are at, and it's not going to be turbulent, but now you're flying and there's no air resistance, and then you get into this area that there's this vortex of crossing winds and whatever it is, and now you're having to adjust constantly. So now you're trying to keep the plane straight, and it's not you're not over here bouncing all over the place, but now you've got to adjust, and then there's different winds going different directions, but it's not like storm force winds.
But that's what I'm saying. How does that cause an engine to fail? One engine. That's the stuff that's harder to explain.
I don't know.
Coincidence, maybe? I guess. The ship sinking,
That would make sense.
I can see that. But the planes,
Like when it comes to the engine and like what would trigger
but
it
like
to
the
turn
instrument clusters and stuff, like the compasses going off course. That's what made me think magnetic fields, which could
Okay.
also play a part in
So-
that. I mean, it could be.
off. Which because like why right there are the winds
Yeah.
so like all over the place? Is it
I
because
mean, it's also close to the equator too. I mean, it shouldn't be.
It could be weird. It could just be weird stuff like that.
magnetic and frequency and energy or something right there in that triangle. Which I mean, have you ever been in a plane whenever there is turbulence? Which is turbulence is when there's like an air pocket in this and then if the plane is going and all of a sudden it hits an air pocket, it like drops and everything.
I felt it in the helicopter.
Where you just drop or like
Yeah, I would be like, ooh, that's kind of rocky. Like we'll go through something. Or I don't know. I just felt like it just go. Whoa. And I'm like, ooh, that's kind of scary.
well usually like if
Yikes.
like in a plane you just kind of like drop.
You
sometimes.
really feel it in the helicopter though.
And now that could just be windy.
Never been
if
in
you
a
were going
helicopter.
like side to side.
You never been? Super cool. I always told the pilot, I said, hey, you ever get the urge to jump? He was like, nope. I said, man, it looks kind of fun down there.
Dave said, I do.
He got
Would you be? Would you?
You just hear click.
Okay, so like
What? There's that one guy. You
got
ever
a
see him?
nervous laugh.
He's in
like,
the
I'm like, I'm just-
he's in the helicopter and he's flying, and someone reaches up to touch something, and he like the pilot like smacks the hand down, and then they go to reach for it again. He's like, "No, that will kill us." I was like, "What?" That's David.
I don't know anything about.
The top of his microphone is wet from his lips. Just
maybe that's
No.
why the Illuminati does
spray
their
paint that.
triangle, you know, because
Stop,
like
look,
the
It's the
Bermuda.
Bermuda, dude.
disgusting. Look at that
It's wet, David. Where? On the top, the black
on the
part.
top.
I like to lick it.
I'm gonna.
No, because I'll be like this, you know, like
He's not.
His mouth's gonna touch it. It's making me sick.
Did Eric have another fact?
No.
Oh, did you? Oh, that was just that one about Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, just the one fact that talked about trains in Bermuda. Yeah, the one fact.
Bermuda.
Yeah.
He did have freaking moon trains.
Yeah.
That caught you off guard. Yeah.
He went, Northrop Grum's got a moon train contract.
I was just typing Northrop Grumman and train, and Kyle went.
That's not true. That's not real. Wait a minute. I did.
That's not. That can't be right.
No.
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 What?
Rats.
It's just like the rest stop on the way to Mars.
It has to be.
No, you
But
have your rest stops on the highway.
If you haven't watched Fly Me to the Moon,
Fly me to the moon. Says a song like that.
I think it was. I think that the whether or not a human has stepped foot on the moon.
No.
Anyway, reel it in. I don't know if
You control yourself.
Stop.
You control yourself.
Stop. Reel it in. Stop.
Control.
Stop.
Control yourself.
Stop.
You're in charge.
I sound like System of a Down. I was down a
Who's gonna
system.
do it?
I was down a system, dude.
You got the down part right.
Yeah. No way. Fly me to the moon. My name is David. That's what I sounded like. It sounded like I was pretty down, bro.
Anyway,
But you can always be down.
dude, he said that was so funny. I'm definitely down.
But my system is downer.
I want to go in on the Malaysia Airlines and the moon landing thing. It's hard for me to believe that there was somebody that actually stepped foot on the moon. There was too much to lose to make it not work. And that from that movie, I know some of it was probably dramatized, but it's hard for me to think that it didn't happen at least a little bit like that.
Actually,
You know what's sad is like you want to believe that they're telling the truth, but you're in a room full of lies.
But their reasoning now, What?
What did I say?
I'm honestly,
You want to believe, but
you're in a room full of lies. Wait,
I didn't even.
What do you want to
I
believe?
gotta start paying attention more when he
what
talks.
room of lies?
Dude, I was just ignoring the hell out of him. I didn't even hear that.
No, but you're in a room full of lies.
What room that is full of
Sometimes
lies?
you just
The
want to
government.
believe, but you're in a room full of lies.
Hey, real quick.
Whose
Don't
room?
even-
Who's
hey,
lying? Believe in
And
what?
why is there so
Hey.
many of it?
I got. Let me ask a few follow up questions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask him, and you just don't
Shotgun
even
'em.
think about it. Just
Shotgun
answer
'em.
it. Like
Okay.
you
Shotgun
can't
'em.
take more than a millisecond to
Okay,
answer.
just do it
Shot
then.
Right?
gun 'em.
What color is the room?
He took way too long
Not
to
this
answer.
room.
Oh,
The room.
The
of
room
lies.
full of lies.
oh, it's all white.
Okay. How many people are in it?
Oh, it's probably like 60.
No, this is not how this works. Question, answer.
That's what I did.
No,
60.
answer it faster.
60.
Okay. Nope.
Oh,
Okay. Just boom. Answer.
yeah, room's white.
So it's a
guys.
white room, 60 people in it. What color is the floor?
Oh, beige.
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 With a D,
many-
like a fridge. Beige.
Yeah, right.
Furniture's wood.
There's no furniture in there. He didn't ask that
Is there
question.
a table?
Oh, yeah, big round table.
Just one?
No, it's probably like a big circle, kind of like this.
Is there what?
But
No,
it's like
it's
it's
just
like
big one.
you know how Congress. It's Congress. You know how the Congress sits. Like a
Yo,
huge
that's
circle?
like a weird
a half
podium
moon?
thing.
Yeah, like a weird podium circle wood thing.
Okay. Is there any other furniture?
Yeah, you got little chairs here and there. At the wall, like the
Are they in the
chairs-
corners
Yeah,
or
they're in the corners, like
facing the corner?
What kind of
or
electronics
towards
are in the room?
Oh, just mics like this.
No TVs?
There might be a TV.
Who's in the room?
Dudes talking about lies.
What kind of
What do
lies?
the people look like?
Old.
What color are they?
What?
Old white people in a white room with beige floors
They're all blending in.
and a long podium with tables,
And wood. They're wood.
a lot of wood and
mics
microphones.
and random chairs in places.
Yeah, and it's a room full of lies.
It's, what are they lying about?
Everything.
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 Anything that comes out of their mouth is a lie. So
Hi, my name is Susie, and
I'm about the whole thing. You just say what color you're wearing. Wait. Hi, my name is Tamanda.
Amanda.
I was born in-
I'm Amanda.
I'm just trying to describe
My, hair,
real
my,
bad.
my hair is red.
My name is Savannah. My hair is red. I was born in Japan.
But it's kind of like what
Gracias.
Denzel said. You know,
What?
Konnichiwa.
it's kind of like when you watch the news, you're misinformed, and when you don't watch the news, you're not
Making my
informed.
living room a room full of lies.
So
So where does that leave you? Between an elephant and a rhino, the hell if I know. You're in a room full of lies. You don't know what's up and down, and what's sideways, what's north to east and south to west.
he said,
You're going-
I'm between an elephant and a rhino.
hell if I know.
Elephant.
But I'm serious though, like our government should be called a room full of lies.
Yeah.
When you
I
go to
agree.
go see Congress, you're like, hey, look, we're coming to the room full of lies. No, honestly, seriously.
Yeah.
I don't know what to believe, honestly. I don't believe in anything they say. It's gotten to the point, like, I'm a huge fan of Elon Musk.
Elongated
But-
muskrat.
I don't even believe this mofo went outer space either. He talking about, ooh, we're going to go to the Mars. And I'm like, man, okay, cool.
But he didn't go to Mars.
Well, he says he wants to go to Mars.
But he didn't go.
Well, they're
didn't go.
planning on
So
building
what
a
do you lie
train on the moon.
about?
I want to see his rocket go outer space onto an
Well, they just
adventure,
I don't think they do.
an exploration, you know?
The rocket.
All they do
does
is land back down. That's cool.
I mean, the rocket
No,
that went off
no,
with the
they-
banana, it just circled around like the
The Earth.
but I don't even think it went all the way. It stayed within a certain.
There's a few other weird space things too that you now that you mention that, like it orbiting, made me think about a bunch of things. But the
fact-
footage of the ISS stuff being fake, it's so blaringly obvious. Some of it,
It's literally on their live footage. That's how embarrassing it is.
like it's a live feed, right? And you see that the room of the space station that the guy's in, and it kind of looks like he's on a wire, but you're like, oh, whatever, space. And you can see just like you can see this stuff here. And if I just reached up, and all of a sudden my hand disappeared, and then I came back and I have a cup. You're like, there's no cup on the wall. What are you doing? That's crazy.
The wires that
Right.
were obviously.
But I don't understand why to fake it, because I think the International Space Station's real. I think it's really there. I
It's
think
there.
there's really people in there.
Yeah.
Why are you faking that footage? I don't understand that. What's the purpose?
They could be two things. They never did it, or
No, I think it's there.
what I'm saying is they never went outer space, and all is just BS. Like
So you're saying the ISS is fake?
no.
well,
It's
maybe that
real.
there's no people in
There's no
it.
people in it.
The ISS is like NASA's real, but they're not actually doing any space exploration. It's all
So it's
BS.
not in space.
It's not in
Yeah,
space.
or-
It's like
yeah.
they have the biggest Hollywood studio.
Well, when I say it's real, I think it's a real thing, and it's really in space, and there's really people in there. I don't understand why
but-
fake.
But
But what I'm saying is that, or it could be something else. Maybe that it's actually pretty scary, and they try to like normalize it through this fake production, Hollywood.
So then those people aren't really there.
yeah,
But that's
And
what I don't understand, because
it
those
could be
people who
like-
are stuck there, why would you lie about them being stuck?
just for like
give us more money
propaganda,
so we can get them back home.
BS. Oh, let's,
All that
you
did
know.
was just really make bowling look bad.
Like anything.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's
Oh,
that's
that's
what they're
the
trying to
plan.
do.
in your
Oh.
mind, like somebody has to get stuck up there one time, you know, like just
Well,
I don't know, just
check.
any room for it.
Done.
It's Hollywood, you know. They even said it. It's proven that they're partner up with Hollywood, and they use
Yeah, that special harness that's only made for all these other companies
Yeah.
for film production, but NASA's on the list of one of their customers. And you're like, what?
Well,
Wait a
what
minute.
I'm saying
but that
is-
could be used for training too.
it could be two things. It could be it never happened, and this is all fake, or there's something out there and they're keeping it a secret, and they're like petrified how the people will receive it. It could be
Okay.
something bigger than us.
And once you see the movie Fly Me,
Fly me to the moon.
Yeah.
yeah,
We'll hook up everything.
Or I can go back to it. Could be just God saying,
But then,
I said no.
where does that stop?
I'm just saying. I
Where
don't
does it
know.
stop?
Where does it begin?
Where does it stop? You know
but
where it begins?
technically
I'll tell you
where
where
the-
it begins.
Hollywood.
Satellites. Those are real. You can see them. They work.
yeah,
They're in
but
orbit.
But we
technically
talked about this, too.
They're still within
Okay.
orbit or like within the space. Like they're not.
What?
They're,
You know
they're
what I mean?
still-
I don't know what they
no,
call
show me
it.
again.
Their ozone
Yeah.
layer.
Show me again. I want to see it.
There are no
Show
ozone
me
layer.
again. I want to.
No,
I got dizzy.
Why?
I got dizzy.
Stop.
I got really dizzy. I'm not doing that again. I won't recommend it either. Don't do that again. I want to know the truth, and that's all I want. All I care is the truth. I don't care what it is. Freaking aliens, ET,
Well,
God.
said it already.
I don't care. I just want the truth.
Well,
Just want the truth.
well,
Oh,
well.
here you go.
I want to know where the cookie
Crumbles.
Where does the crumble start and where does the cookie begin? Is it in the kitchen or is it outside? Will we know?
Those are good questions.
Where does the milk come in?
Right.
Before the
Right.
cookie or after the cookie?
Oh,
And
for
where
sure.
does the crumbles fall?
Right.
In the milk
you know how you-
or outside the milk?
Asked if the weed came first or the skunk came first, since weed smells like skunk and
I didn't
skunk
ask
smells
that.
like weed. We were saying that in the car earlier.
It could just be like a
Didn't
phrase.
God make plants before animals?
I would say yes. Yeah.
Isn't that
yeah.
what like he made the greenery and the things, and then the animals? So technically, weed came first.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted.
Hypothetically. But it just could be a terminology.
I mean, because why would you put animals before any plants that they can eat?
What if
That
your
doesn't make
brain
sense.
can't
Yeah, because
comprehend the
everybody-
differentiation of the two scents and they both just smell the same?
everybody
Kind of
was a
like
vegan.
colors, right?
No, I'm not saying like.
How they talk about.
They
go
said
ahead, sorry.
you guys said what came first,
Your mom.
weed or skunk.
sorry.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying-
obviously the weed came first.
Well, unless they're different, when you just don't know. Like, what if they're different? You just don't know. Your brain perceives smell, right? Doesn't it handle the operation of smell?
But I'm not even talking about smell.
They both smell the same because you can't even really smell what they really smell like.
No, but I'm
What
not saying the
if-
smell. I'm just saying in general.
Yeah, I know what
What
you're saying.
if, guys, how far back does
Yesterday.
cocaine leaves? Like, well, I'm trying to start a conspiracy theory. Like cocaine leaves, weed. What if
What?
the Germans made that stuff in a lab and they started growing it and they were saying, oh, this is natural, but they all wanted to use these hallucinogenic drugs to manipulate people and to control them.
What?
I'm just saying. And it was all part of the
My ex, I'm pretty sure that like
now
different
the
native
CIA
tribes.
and the CIA is involved in it. And then they got all this LSD and these weird kind of drugs, and they're getting inside people's heads. Just saying, it could happen.
Right.
Well,
Dude, what if the moon is fake? What if the sun's fake? What if we're fake?
No, we're done.
What
You're,
if-
you're done, David.
What
you're
is
done.
real?
What if we're just
What if my shoes were fake?
What if The Matrix was a documentary?
Yeah.
Somebody unplug me.